What's up, Vibes? Today, I'm kind of thinking a little bit today, obviously about a lot of things. That's why I've been talking to you guys more. When you're young, you expect by the time you're 24, 25, you'll have everything figured out, you'll have a really good job that'll set you up to be able to buy a house, a car, and have a family and all these things. And the older you get, you kind of sort of realize things don't always work out that way. Some people are okay with it. Some people find themselves complete right now and they feel like they can start a life and start a family and all that. And then other people, like myself, you see that normal life, that normal life of like 9 to 5, going to work every day, coming home, and that's it. That's just life for the rest of your life. From the moment you're 18 till you're 60 or 70, whenever you end up retiring. And it's like, you always get this feeling that there's got to be more to life. There's got to be more than just that. I know plenty of people feel that way. I definitely do. And I get stuck in this sense of like accepting the normal life and just doing that. But I can't. Something inside of me just can't. I can never stay content. I can never get comfortable with this. Like, I always feel like there's more. I always feel like there's more I can do, or like I didn't do enough of something. And that pressure is, I'm sure, in a lot of people around my age, whether you're younger or even a little older, like you feel like maybe you wasted certain parts of your life on things that didn't really get you to where you want to be. I mean, shit, I'm living a life of like a 35, 40-year-old guy right now. I'm doing a job that most older people are doing. The majority of people doing the job that I do right now are 30, 40 plus, So I'm living a life of those guys. And I think to myself all the time, like, as a kid, I thought, man, if I get a job like this and if I can lock something in like this, then I'll be good. I'll be able to have all those things. But even now, I sit here and I think to myself, like, damn, like I'm not struggling financially, which I appreciate and I'm very thankful to God for. But I still think to myself, like, man, people really live and survive off of this. Like, people have a house, a family, and everything off of this income, off of this way of life, and they're comfortable with it. Sometimes I just can't wrap my head around that. I can't really fathom that. But I mean, I know deep down that I can survive like this, but I don't feel like I'll be happy. I don't feel like I'll be proud necessarily of myself fully. Like, I'm proud of the accomplishments that I've had and I've made, but I don't feel like I've reached my full potential. And I don't know when that feeling's gonna stop. I don't know if it ever will, because I always feel like there's room to grow in everything. Even no matter how successful somebody or one may be, I still feel like there's room to grow. I still feel like there's more I can do. And so it's a tough predicament to be in at this age, because I know a lot of people feel stuck, or they feel like they could be doing something else with their life, even though they're doing better than a lot of people around their age. Because I know a lot of people my age aren't necessarily focused on things like that. They're more worried about what other people think of them and going out and partying and things of those sorts. So sometimes, I guess, when I'm like working nonstop every single day for multiple days straight all the time, I think a lot. I have plenty of time to think, especially staring at this road while I drive hours and hours and hours a day. I got so much time to think. I got plenty of time to think. I got plenty of time to sit here and either doom scroll through my phone and waste my mentality, waste my energy, or do something about it. And I always feel like I can do something about it. I feel like I can always do something positive and productive with my time. And sometimes when you are pressing towards the goals and those things you really are passionate about and you want to do, and sometimes it's very lonely in the beginning. It's very there's not a lot of support in the beginning, which is fine. That's expected. But it makes it more challenging to keep going sometimes. And sometimes what goes through your head is, you know, maybe accepting the normal life, maybe settling, maybe just being like, maybe this is going to be my life forever. Maybe just going to work every day, 9 to 5, whatever your schedule is, maybe that's just going to be my life forever. You know, those thoughts cross my head plenty of times, but I never want to listen to them. I never want to accept them. I don't know if it's God inside of me telling me that there's more, or what it is, you know. Because like I said before about faith and having that, it means a lot, because you either get content or you don't. And I genuinely can't. And it's something that never leaves my head. It's always been in my head for 10, 15 years, you know, ever since I was a kid. Even when I was playing football as a kid, like, if I was ever sitting in the house and I feel like I could be doing something to get better at the sport, or better at my craft, I needed to do it, because I knew somebody else was out there working harder. I knew somebody else was out there putting in the work that I'm not putting in. And so it would drive me to do that and do everything I possibly can to get better. And social media nowadays, you know, it gives you this illusion that everything is easy. Everything is just, all you got to do is this and you'll be successful. You know, people sell courses, people sell all types of things. That's all it is, people trying to sell you something. The best advice you get from most people in your life are free. But this illusion of social media, to where everything is good all the time, everything is joyful and successful and fun and easy to just achieve, it doesn't show you the long grind. It doesn't show you the long hours, the hard times, the long nights. It doesn't show you those things. And that's what I'm here to show you. I'm here to show you the whole process, you know. And so that's why I have the drive to keep going, to keep working, to keep staying persistent at whatever I'm passionate about. Whether it's, you know, this YouTube, or becoming a better person, becoming a better man, becoming a better brother, becoming a better son, becoming a better friend. All of those things I just want to be better at all the time, every single day. And that's what I ask God for every day. Just make me better, you know, push me to be better, whatever it takes. And there's going to be hard times that will test you on that, you know. It's where it's built. You know, pressure makes diamonds. And you need to be able to perform under pressure, to be able to be successful, and to be able to change, and to be able to make monumental changes in life. You know, and growing up, I've seen a lot of my friends and even family like struggle with the same kinds of things, you know. Like, either they were very passionate about something once before, or they have a lot of potential in things, and they kind of just sort of give in to life and give up on things. And now I see they may be comfortable with their life, but I know they're not truly happy. And that's something that bothers me, because I wish I could do more for them. I wish I could motivate them more. I wish I could help them. I want to be in a position to where I could do anything and everything I can to be able to help the people I care about. And that's another thing that keeps me motivated, that keeps me going. When I look around at my friends and family and I see them struggling, you know, I'm struggling myself, but even if I'm struggling, I still will go out of my way to make sure I can help them in any way. Just because I have so much love in my heart that I just don't want to see anybody around me hurt or in pain or struggling and dealing with certain things, that I'll go out of my comfort zone just to make sure that they're okay. What benefits me is being able to help somebody, being able to make somebody stay better, being able to make somebody smile and feel just a little bit better. That's truly what I want to be successful for. I want to be successful so I can help the people that I care about, the people I love, and just help people in general. They don't have to even be people that I love and care about. It's just anybody. I want to be able to help as many people as I can, because that's truly what brings me the most happiness, is seeing other people happy makes me happy. Because I can't imagine a world where I'm living this successful, happy lifestyle and everybody around me is miserable. I would be miserable. You know, I don't care how much money I have. I don't care what I have in life. If the people around me are struggling, then I feel like I've failed. You know, the only time I'll feel like I've truly succeeded and made it in life is when the people around me are happy and not struggling and in a better position in their life, and they don't have to worry as much, and they know that I'll be there for them no matter what it is. So I think it's very important to trust in timing. Days will be good, days will be bad, but everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad, and you just need to trust that whatever happens, it's happening for that reason at that time. You know, you may not make it now, you may not make it in a year, but whenever you do, it'll be your time. And whenever it is your time, make the best of it. Perfect timing is perfect. Everything seems to happen exactly how it should all the time, even if things go wrong. You know, you may not notice why it's happening or the reason it's happening now, but someday in the future you may look back and be like, wow, I wouldn't have got here without this. And I feel like that's very important, to just trust in that. Trust in God, trust in the timing that happens in life, because timing is everything. So if you're not where you want to be now, it's because it's not your time. But one day it will be. And that's when you have to execute it and take full advantage of your timing when it comes, and be ready for it, because the hard times are going to build you for the right times. Hard times are going to build you for your moment. That's why being patient is so important. Patience is one of the strongest attributes to have. You know, I ask God to help me with patience every day, and I mean, I know this job definitely builds my patience more than I've ever thought. It teaches you to be patient and to cherish the things that are important when they come. It teaches you to be more grateful for the things that are, you know, and that are not. Because I may not have time with my family right now, I may be away, but when I am with them, I'm much more grateful. I'm much more thankful for every little moment I have with them, because I know how important it is. I know what it means to me when I'm with them. I know what it's like not to be with them. So I value it and I cherish it a lot more when I am. Worry about your purpose. Your purpose over your position means a lot more, because the position you're in now is temporary. Your purpose is what you're meant for. That's what you should worry about. That's what you should focus on. That's something that'll get you to the next level, is building your purpose, building your character, putting yourself in that better position by working hard and focusing on yourself internally, you know, not just physically. And just working on yourself is so important, because it is progress. You know, people don't see it, you know, because it's all up here and it's in here. And people may not see it right away. People may not see it like it's something that is like a physical accomplishment. But working on yourself is invisible progress. You are progressing every single day. You are getting better every single day. And people don't need to see that, but they will feel that. It's okay to not follow the crowd. You know, you're your own person. You're special in your own way. Everybody is special in their own way. You just have to figure that way out. And once you find out what's special about you, that's the thing you can work on the most. That's the thing that you can really grow from. It's okay to be different. Being different, being exotic, that's okay. That's good. That's what makes everybody, that's what makes every human being on this planet so special. Not a single one of us are the same person. Embrace your differences. Embrace what makes you unique, and follow after it, chase it. And just remember, you know, if you're in your 20s, if you're young, even if you're a little older and you still feel lost, you still feel like you're behind, you're probably exactly where you need to be right now. And just keep working to figure that out, to figure out who you are and what you are. Because you'll figure it out one day in some way. But one day you'll figure it out. One day you'll get to where you need to be. Just have that faith that one day you'll figure yourself out and you'll put yourself where you want to be. But right now, you're right where you need to be, because it's going to teach you a lot. It's going to show you a lot. It's going to put you in a position where you can grow a lot. So, yeah, vibes. Finna get back to work. I think they're finishing up. Finally got a green light, so about to get it through with the day. Still got a long drive to go. So I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, vibes. I love you. Talk to y'all later.
My heart can't take no more. My soul can't take